This thing looks so much bigger in the shop than it does out in the truck. Wow. Well guys, it's Saturday. As you already can see, we're down here at the shop. And boy, this thing was not easy getting off the truck. It took me, my dad, and two neighbors to get it off the truck. Reason being is because, I don't know if I told you this or not, but the rear axle isn't moving. It's mainly because of the hydro relief valve. It's kind of sort of stuck. Well, not really stuck. It's missing the plate. I had the plate actually over there. You just couldn't get it to disengage or something. I don't know. So we'll have to work on that or something. But yeah, wow. Kind of sort of forgot how big it was until we actually got it off the truck, and now it's in the shop. Bet you back in the day this thing probably cost about $2,500, maybe $3 grand, maybe even more. Maybe it was like a $4,000 tractor. I mean, you never know. I kind of sort of do remember these when I was a kid. Like, I want to say they sold these at like a local store not too far from here. I forget what the name of the store was. I want to say like Caldors or something, or Ames, maybe. I don't know. But I want to know, I gotta say, I know for a fact I've seen these when I was a kid back at one of the local stores around here, and I bet you, I bet you it's one of them. It's like, oh wow, now it's actually sitting in my shop, But, yeah, so this is the motor. It's got a Kohler Magnum in it, 20. I mean, overall, guys, this thing's pretty damn clean. I couldn't really find like really no flaws with it. I mean, the oil in it, I checked the oil last night. Oil is kind of sort of clean. So we're gonna try and investigate a little bit on this today. Hopefully get it running. I popped off the air cleaner cover last night, and the carburetor on this thing looks clean on just from right there, but according to the guy, he said he brought it from Ohio there, and he made sure that it was all summarized. He parked underneath his deck, and then he just didn't use it. He ended up getting a landscaper. Like, look at how clean that is. That's pretty damn clean. Actually, I'll leave that off because I still got to get in there. But he told me it was running and driving when he parked it. He had it, winterized, and he parked it underneath his deck, and it sat there for about 4 to 5 years, he said. And, I guess the only reason why he's selling it all of a sudden is because, well, he was planning on keeping it, but he wanted to put it back underneath his deck, but I guess he had his deck remodeled or something like that, and he couldn't put it underneath there anymore. So, that's how I pretty much got it. But man, this is actually a pretty nice tractor. Like, cast iron for an axle, that thing's pretty nice. I was doing a little bit of research on it actually last night. Not too many valuable parts on it, that's for sure. But I mean, I'm hoping that the transmission's good. I mean, I know he guaranteed that everything is good, but the thing's been sitting for 5 years or maybe even more. And I mean, it's not rolling. It could have to do with the hydro relief valve. Maybe the brakes are seized. I mean, I don't know, so I'll have to do some investigations. Actually, I didn't even see if there's gas in there. Yeah, no gas. Yeah, no gas in there, so maybe he is right on that, but I don't know. Look at that. It's got a little little hydraulic filter there. It'd be pretty cool if this rear end works. This is a big rear end. A lot of people like these rear ends because of the fact that they're so big. It's like a car transmission, But yeah, I did notice one thing this morning when I was trying to fiddle around underneath here. Looks like one of this pulley here came loose. Nothing too special down there. It's just right off the bolt, but I'll have to wait and see how everything goes. So should be pretty interesting. Got a little piece right there, like a little heat shield or something. So I'm gonna start popping off this hood. you know, I guess we'll just take her slowly and slowly, I guess. I'm not going to rush. It's kind of sort of almost 1 o'clock. I just dragging ass this morning. I don't know why. I think this thing kicked my ass just trying to get it off the truck. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to pop off this hood, probably throw a battery in it, maybe dump some gas into her somewhere, and see if she'll fire up or not. What the hell is this? Ah, battery holder. Oh, this takes one of those car batteries. Well, I mean, not a car battery, one of those motorcycle batteries, actually. Hope one of those batteries will fit in it, because I really don't want to have to get a car battery. I mean, not a car battery, a motorcycle battery. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be good. Oh, I just know something else. Got the oil sensitivity thing in it. So if there's not enough oil in it, the thing won't start. Full pressure cast iron sleeve, electronic ignition, automotive type oil filter, coal and magnum. Not bad. Read instructions before starting. Well, I have the instructions, but I can't read. Oh well. I usually don't have to break out the vacuum to suck out a mouse nest, but man, this thing, I should have took a photo of this one. This one takes the cake. Holy shit. Wow. Well, it was pretty well packed in there with a mouse nest. No mouse. I think I might have sucked him up in there. If anything. I think he was already dead, but she's all cleaned out now. Wires look pretty good. No chew marks on them, which is pretty damn surprising. Usually there'd be like a chew mark or anything on them. But, you know, starter seems pretty free. You know. It's definitely a little dirty in there. It's a whole cast iron, you know, oil sub there. But one good thing about these magnums is you can actually turn them. Completely make it from a vertical, what are you saying? Vertical to a horizontal, or horizontal to a vertical, just by changing out the carburetor system. They've already even put the mounts on. I just happened to catch that too. But that's one good thing a lot of people like about these magnums. I noticed I was doing some research on this, because this is actually my first ever Kohler Magnum engine. So I was doing some research on them, and it turns out a lot of these Magnum engines are used on those big 6-wheel ATV things. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what the value of the motor is yet. I mean, I still gotta get it running, you know. And it turns over, so I guess we'll have to see how well we can do here. So I'm gonna try and pop a battery in it within the next couple minutes here. There's some starting fluid in the son of a bitch here, and see if maybe it'll fire. And if it fires on ether, we'll throw a little bit of gas in the gas tank there, or, you know, see what happens. You know, carb doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty damn simple. I mean, you just got your carb bowl down there, intake right there, so shouldn't be too bad. That's what I'm hoping. But this thing had a good sized mouse nest. I probably should have taken a picture of it, but it was bad enough where I had to break out the vacuum, and I usually don't have to break out the vacuum much at all. So, alright, let's get back to work. Well, we got a little bit of a cloud in here. Got it running. Actually, hold on. Let me turn that off. So yeah, I just actually had it running for a quick, probably 10 seconds or so. Yeah. Well, I got her all, I think I made a video where I vacuumed it and shit like that. I sprayed some carb cleaner in the carb there. Did it real quick. And I changed, well, I was going to change the spark plugs, but I realized that these are some weird, funky Ford Motocraft spark plugs in there, Autolite spark plugs. So I don't have those, so I didn't change them. I just, you know, popped them in, carb cleaned them real quick, and then I popped them off, popped them in, you know, cleaned them, and we're pretty good now. Got the volt regulator on there just for shits and giggles, and yeah, it actually fired up pretty good. So I'll just go ahead and spray some carb cleaner in the carb there. I'll fire it up real quick, and there is a grinding noise. It's not the motor, it's actually this pulley right here. it's because it's not even being held on by anything like I was saying before. So the next step after, once I get this thing somewhat going a little better than what it is, I'm going to dump some fuel in the gas tank and see if it'll start sucking some fuel into it, and it should be good to go there. So spray a little bit of the Super Tech in there. Everyone loves the Super Tech. Alright, let's see if it'll work by the key. Haven't tried that yet. I usually do the screwdriver. Nope, I guess the key ain't gonna do it. Do it right by there. Almost. Yeah, and that damn little son of a bitch in there is just... It's either hitting the fan. If I can get a flashlight, I'll show you, but the pulley's not even on the bolt itself. Like, it could just flop right off. So that's the noise, but at least the motor runs. It honestly sounds exactly like a Briggs opposed twin. No difference, so... Yeah, pretty much same design. I bet you Cole came out with them first and then Briggs copied them. Probably. You never know. But I'm going to go ahead and dump some fuel in this thing and see what happens. You know, it's worth a shot. See if it'll actually suction fuel. So, should be good there. Let's dump some fuel in there and we'll take her from there. Maybe we'll take her for a quick little rip too. Maybe it'll drive. That'd be nice. Well, that thing runs, it drives, it mows, just doesn't steer. How the hell am I going to get this thing back in the shop? Son of a bitch. I think we need to break out the floor jack again. Damn it. Well, that was a bit of a challenge getting this thing back in here. I think this tractor's got to weigh at least around the 400-pound range. This thing is heavy. I mean, I've gotten a lot of tractors in, nothing quite heavy as this one. This thing's got some weight to it. Might be more heavier than my Husqvarna, believe it or not. I bet you it's because of that engine and the transmission. But I got it running, I got it driving. Drives pretty nice, actually. You know, it's powerful, I'll tell you that. Drives pretty good. Engine runs pretty good. I mean, everything checks out like it should. So I think the next step is going to be to chop her up. The steering, a little ball there at the corner of it. If I had my shop light up, I'd show you, but the thing is just stripped right through. So it's done. Couldn't turn it for the life of me. I almost crashed into my mom's truck, and I almost crashed into the other dude's truck, or his van anyway. So that wouldn't have been good. So I had to like ream in reverse. Ay. But one thing I was noticing about this thing is this whole like pumpkin cover thing here. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be like a gear that you unbolt. Ooh, that's kind of warm. If you unbolt that, and there's like another gear in there for like a PTO shaft or something. Let me see if I can't find a flashlight, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. It's pretty big. I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, this is actually the first time I'm actually ever working on a Kohler Magnum. So, remind me of camera. I'll tell you guys that in about a minute. Hold on. One thing at a time. See like that big pumpkin right there? Like it sticks out quite a bit. So I'm not sure really what that is. Maybe like the PTO, you unbolt that Allen bolt right there, and I don't know, maybe PTO shaft runs off of it. I don't know. But it's quite interesting. Really quite interesting. I ended up having to do the carb bowl on it. Reason being is I noticed there was some fuel, well, not fuel, but water, when I unhooked that gas line. So just to be safe, I popped it off, but there was nothing in it anyway. I thought I could lubricate up the choke cable there, which is right here, but that didn't quite work out so well, so I just had to pop a new throttle cable on there. I mean choke cable on there, so not bad, but overall this motor's in pretty good shape. I was noticing some things about that I like. I like how each part is a different thing, so you can actually replace the cylinder heads, you can replace the cylinders, and then you can replace the block, which I think is pretty cool. The block is made out of cast aluminum, but if you look right there, you see the rusty part there. That's actually the cast iron part, which is pretty cool. Cast iron heads. So it's not too bad, which I'm actually noticing I probably should clean that out a little better. But we'll get to it in a little bit. I like the dipstick on it. That thing's pretty damn heavy duty. You know, like this thing is built pretty good, I'll tell you that much. Oil sensors right there. So it's not too bad. It's pretty cool engine, I gotta say. But I think I'm gonna go get some lunch. It's 2:30. I think we're gonna go get some lunch. Probably come back and I'll start chopping this thing up. I couldn't really go too far with it because the thing doesn't even fit out of the driveway with a 50-inch deck on it. The thing's massive. I'll officially now know not to ever get a 40 for 40. What am I saying? I now know not to get a 50-inch deck for this house because it's just really big and I wouldn't be able to get out of the driveway with it. 48 is just enough. just big enough that it just won't fit. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep these front tires for damn sure. Tires and rims. Might even keep these hubcaps too. Maybe put them on the Husqvarna. Oh, that's ew. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I ain't even gonna touch that. It's probably like some crazy ass spider or something. Oh yeah, that's a good spider nest in there. So one of these rims will fit on the Husqvarna. If it does, I'll probably pop them on that because they're a little bit bigger. Probably keep the hubcaps too. Maybe paint them orange or something, match the Husqvarna, or just the gray that they were. You know. But I'm a little skeptical on this back axle here. If I can pop this off, I'm not really sure I'm gonna get these rims off this axle. So let's see how ballpark what this is gonna look like. I think these are the single. Don't look too bad. Definitely a little rusty. Guess I'll have to wait and see. See what the other side looks like, just out of curiosity. Yeah, it's about the same. I don't think anyone's ever been in here before, just probably just to pop some air in the tire, but damn. These things are fucking massive, 23 inches. Husqvarna's got the 22s, I think. A lot of spider webs in there. Yummy. But I couldn't save the hood. I noticed right off the bat the hood was broken up front. So I was like, ah, fuck. And then I realized some more other broken stuff, so it's junk. Remind me of camera there, which is because I just remind myself again. Yeah, I was on eBay last night, and I usually check eBay at least once a day. One for Arctic Cat snowmobiles, 2 for ZRT800 parts, and 3 just to see what some of my competition's going for on eBay. You know, snowblower parts and tractor parts and stuff like that. And I happened to look up in the top thing there when you first click on the home screen. There's an eBay daily deal, and I've actually had a few daily deals off of eBay. I got a few Christmas presents off there for my parents, and a couple of other stuff I got around the shop. Oh yeah, these my SoundStream speakers, those were a daily deal. I don't know, there's a few auto parts and stuff like that. But one of the daily deals yesterday, might be still going on today, was a GoPro Motorsports Hero 2. GoPro Hero 2 there, Motorsports Edition, for $134. I mean, not $134, $234. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, this is a really good deal. So I did my research, and sure enough, it is a really good deal. I think it was like a 25% off or something like that, and that's pretty damn good considering on the GoPro website they want like $300 plus tax. I got my entire, actually I ended up buying the GoPro for $334.99, free shipping, and if everything goes right, it should be here sometime Wednesday. So yeah, I bought another GoPro. Well, I bought again a GoPro. As you guys may or may not remember, but when I went snowmobiling up in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire last winter, I lost the GoPro on the trails, and I was a little bit skeptical on buying another one, because I actually did find the other one, and wow, something bit me. Pretty spider or something. I was a little bit skeptical on even buying another GoPro just in case I lose it again. But shit, for a GoPro Hero 2 Motorsports Edition, $234, hell yeah. So I ended up buying it. Should be here sometime next week, and I can't wait for it to come. I mean, shit, I bought my GoPro Hero, the first one, at Best Buy for $236 with tax. So I couldn't believe it. So I ended up buying it. I knew it was a good deal. Should be here sometime next week, and I don't even know what I'm going to use it for, but for that price, I'm not going to argue. I could sell it on Craigslist for that price and get my money back. Used it a couple times, but couldn't believe it. Even this camera here, it was on a daily deal a few weeks ago. I think they wanted like 140 bucks maybe. And this is a Sony CyberShot with the 16 megapixel, not the 14. And it does a pretty good job. It's just that when this camera does an amazing picture on it. Like if I took a picture of the flag, put it on Facebook or something, it's an amazing quality. But even video quality on this thing's really good. But it's just the editing software that I use. It just dulls it all down pretty bad. I'm not really sure what the deal is with it, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, if anyone out there knows a pretty good editing software, just something so I can render the video. I mean, I don't edit really. I just push all the videos together and stuff like that. Every now and then I'll do like a fast motion type deal or slow motion type deal. That's about it, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some lunch, and when I get back, this thing will be in pieces. Or maybe when I leave, it'll just fall apart and it'll already be in pieces. I don't know. It'd be nice for a change. Just come back, and next thing you know, wheels, tire, transmission, motors off, and stuff and junk like that. Not saving the deck either, guys. It's pretty rusty. And I wouldn't even know anyone that's looking for a 50-inch deck, because this thing's massive. So, oh, that's a good chunk. Scrap metal right there. Oh, that's some good stuff. Yeah, rust. Oh my goodness. This tractor I think's beating me up. I have to call it Popo. Holy shit. Well, I have been working on this back axle for about, I want to say a good hour and a half now. Trying to get these wheels off. These things are fucking on there. This one here I tried a bunch of different ways. I tried putting like a puller on it, bent the puller, so that's going to go back to AutoZone now. I tried grinding down the shaft a little bit with this little guy, you know, back and forth. That didn't work. Then I broke out my MAP gas torch right here, applied some heat to it, and the only thing that did was just burn them damn cobwebs, and that didn't work. So I was on that wheel for about a good hour, no, I want to say about at least 40 minutes I'd say on that wheel. Then on this wheel, I was like, alright, is this going to be worth it? Is this wheel seized on there too? Sure enough it is. Alright, so then I tried doing something different on this wheel. I broke up my drill bit set, my good bit, and the expensive one too. Ain't no cheap friggin' Milwaukee one, that's my good one. And I tried drilling out the keyway that goes on the inside. You can see the metal shavings there, and that didn't even do anything. Like it's still seized up on there. And sometimes you can drill them out where they'll somewhat break free and give you a little bit of play room on the inside there, just to give it a little wiggle. But these guys are just locked on there. There is one other way that I can get these wheels off, which I don't think it's going to be worth it in the long run. That's to take the grinder there, take off one of the cutoff wheels there, and it's going to take about, I want to say at least 3 to 4 cutoff wheels just to get the rim off the, just the hub off the axle. Then I just have to come back and I would have to cut off the whatever's left on the shaft. Unfortunately, this is a double rim setup. Pretty much how that works is there's this rim you see right here, which is this outer rim, and there's another inner one on the inside, and pretty much this rim goes down and then this piece is just welded on as an extra little hub assembly. If you look on this side, it's not like it just goes out. This is the same way. I'll be cutting through 3 layers of probably, I don't know, 12 gauge thick steel. Yeah, I'd say that's 12 gauge. 12 gauge. So I at least burned through at least a minimum of 4 just by doing that. Oh, jeez. Wow. Okay, shifter knob's off. I was actually just holding on to that as a support because the way I'm kneeling, and well, rip that right off. Leave that right there. Just leave that there. But phone's ringing. My phone was about to ring. So yeah, I just don't think it's gonna be worth it to pull this whole axle off. I mean, it's just probably worth the weight in scrap. I'm just gonna be killing myself. I mean, I don't want to put it on eBay and the buyer has to tell me that the thing is all fucked up because I've been banging on the axle for the past hour now. I mushroomed out that side pretty damn good, so that'll have to ground off. And I mean, it's not like I drove this thing for 15 minutes where I could hear any winding or anything on it. You know, I didn't really test it all that well. Sometimes you can drill a little bit of a hole in the back there to do a relief, but you just can't even get my drill in there. I tried it, but I just couldn't get the drill in that little tiny spot. So I think I'm just going to scrap this rear end, unfortunately. It's such a nice rear end. Got penetrating fluid all the way over here now. Jesus. Yeah, it's a nice rear end, but it's just not worth the time. I'm going to be on this thing about another hour. And it's, I don't even know what time it is. Probably about 3 something or other. Holy shit. 5 o'clock. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay. Scrap that transmission. That's for damn sure. Actually, I take that back. I've been working on that for 2 hours now. Because I went out earlier and I got McDonald's. A sweet tea cup sitting right over there. Right there. Son of a bitch. I didn't think I was on there that long. Oop. But I did get the motor shroud all buttoned back up. I think I'm just going to zip the screws out of it and call her a done deal. This is just, it's just beat me the fuck up. And I've already got the deck off, so yeah. You know, there's only so much they can do until you gotta just give up. You know, it's just not worth the time and labor. I mean, there goes $60 right there, you know, when you think about it. Like, I usually charge people $30 an hour to work on their shit. And, yeah, there's $60 just right in that transmission, I guess you could look at it. Forget it, I'm done. Not worth the time, you know. So, I'm just gonna pop the motor out of it, and it's a done deal. Gotta keep those 2 front rims, too. Hopefully those aren't seized on there. So, yippee! I don't know why, but that XM radio is, well, it's not the radio, it's actually the antenna that runs it over there. Not really sure, for some reason, every other station is fine, but it seems like on the, what is it I'm listening to here? I think it's like the highway. Yeah, the highway 59 there, or something like that. And, for some reason it's just coming in weird. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's got something to do with the antenna. So I might have to rotate it. I rotated it yesterday. See, it's like right there. And I tilted it down yesterday, but maybe it's gonna go the other way. I don't know. Kind of weird. But yeah, so motor's out, and I guess that's it. Pretty much that's it. Pretty much on the tractor. Nothing else that I'm keeping. This motor though. My God, that thing weighs. At least 130 pounds, I gotta say. It's more heavier than a regular Cola Pro V-twin, I can tell you that. It's gotta be because of the cast iron cylinders. They're just so damn heavy. But, yeah, like, look at how well this thing is built. This thing is, like, built awesome. This one they actually built motors to last. I bet you if this thing blew up, wouldn't do anything on the inside. It'd just, throw a rod. This is the way a motor should have been built still. Not like these cheap Cola Courages there that just crack and stuff. Jeez, I couldn't tell you how many tractors I've seen just this month on Craigslist with the Cola Courages. With the either the rods are breaking or the blocks are just cracking. I mean, we've had a few of those in this year, or even just some of the internally parts just like blowing up, like the governors. Like that one motor we had, you know, we've had a few of those Cola Courages in just this year. And there's so many of them on Craigslist that are so blown up, it's like, geez. You know, you think that they would have at least built the block a little bit thicker than what they did and used a little bit better parts. Like, this is when they fucking built shit. This thing here is massive. Like, this is only a couple years old, too, when you think about it. This is only in 1995. This thing's only 17 years old. Wait. Yeah, that's right, 17 years old. You know, like, jeez. The motor's only 17 years old, but yet it's outlasted the brand new motors, you know? Jeez. I bet you one of them new Cola Courages won't even last 10 years, never mind 17 years. You know, and that thing's still got a lot of life left on it. I did a compression check on it. It's got way over 100, so that's plenty of, you know, chooch to go through it. But, man, look at all the wires. Copper. Chopping up all the wires. People ask me if I saved the copper off these tractors. Hell fucking yeah. You know, it's good. It only takes a few seconds just to cut a few wires off. Might as well do it. You know, the last tractor copper wire stash I had in, I got, I think, for like 30 bucks for. And it was just a regular size milk crate, like something like this. Something just like that one right there. Full of copper from tractor stuff, and I got like 32 bucks for it. So it wasn't too bad. But already zipped off the front axle. I just gotta cut that one little tie rod in there, and that's gonna go to the scrap yard as well. But this is gonna go in the heavy section. So yeah, this thing is just unbelievable. Like, this thing is built pretty well for an MTD tractor. It's well built. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Alright, let's get this thing out of here and we'll end the video, I guess. Tomorrow I gotta go pick up 2 more, maybe 2 tractors. I know I'm picking up 1 tomorrow. Craftsman LTX series. I showed you guys it yesterday. So, sure, pretty good. Yep, that looks a little bit different than the last flip. Well, pretty much in order for me to actually probably even get it back on the truck, let's probably split it right in 2. So I think that was probably a better bet. So I got the internals all out of it. That's pretty much what it looks like inside. Just a basic MTD tractor frame it actually looks like. I thought it'd be a little bit thicker, but nope, I guess they cheaped out on the frame. Put all nice parts on it, but they just cheaped out on the frame. So yeah, thing is pretty much done. Rear end's out, and I tell you what, I think that's the biggest transmission I've ever seen, well, not seen, but have had in the shop that came out of a lawn tractor. That thing there is a monster. I don't know, I'm still thinking about actually popping these tires off, trying to see what I can do. So I might have to put this off to the side, you know, maybe for like a rainy day or something. Today's fucking hot as hell. I don't know what today's problem is, like, it needs to frig off. Okay, I take that back, the sun went in. Okay, the sun was out, now it's gone. But, yeah, that right there is a transmission, boys. Holy shit, that thing could do some serious pulling. Like, you don't see that every day. But, same deal with that motor, too. Holy shit. I think that's why the thing was so heavy, was between the motor and the transmission. The rest of it was just all plastic and... what is up? And sheet metal there. So, wow. This rear end just like literally takes up the entire part of my shop. Like, just look at it. The doors right there. Transmission. It's a big tractor. That was a big tractor, I gotta say. Just needed way too much work. You know, a lot of you guys say, oh, that's too nice to chop up. Well, for me, I make more money on chopping them up. I can tell you that right now. A lot of you guys say, oh no, that's too nice to be chopped up. Do I just put a motor in it? Well, for like the older ones, they're not worth it, you know. But especially this one, I probably would have only got maybe if I was lucky, $400 for it. I'll probably make, well, I take that back. I would have made $400 sold if everything was fixed right. There was a lot of stuff wrong with this tractor, for one thing. You know, I'll probably make a couple $100 off of it. I don't quite know really what I'm going to do with this motor yet. I sure as hell can't put it on eBay to ship it, because this thing would just weigh way too much. It would have to be a freight shipment. Because this thing it's heavy. It's got some weight to it. So I might just stick it on Craigslist. I don't know. I have to think about it. You know, transmission still up in the air. I mean, like I said, guys, I'm not really into this tractor much. Just $130. You know, probably make. I'll definitely get my $130 back. You know, probably not gonna make a whole lot off the tractor and what I hoped it would be, but I'll probably make, I don't know, between the small shit and stuff like that, maybe 300. So, you know, easier to chop it up than it is to fix it. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, those rims are on there. I could take my oxyacetylene torches to it, but I just really don't have the motivation to do it today. I'll tell you that. So, alright, I'll see if I can find the neighbor, see if he can't help me bring this shit out in the yard there. And yeah, so I guess we'll end the video here. Tomorrow we're going to be picking up a LTX or something like that. I'm not really sure, Craftsman. I know it's gold, it's pretty nice looking, it's got a 20 horse in it. Unfortunately, it's about a 45-minute ride, so hopefully buddy ain't lying to me. I can tell you that right now. If it happens again, I'm just going to lose on that person. But, yeah. So, that's what we got going on. Guess we'll talk to you guys all tomorrow. And until then, don't get ripped off, I guess. I don't know. Huh. What a mess. This shop was clean this morning.